Anybody else?
I know you're going to manifest. I'm sorry. Linda Kowski, COWSKY, 4018 North Ottawa. Did you ever think about putting the village hall and the police department and everything else you wanted to put at Divine Savior on Irving Park? Because of the traffic, it wouldn't have been good?
Lot's not big enough to go. Not,
Why not? I'm sorry.
it doesn't go as deep. It's just not big enough.
Well, how are you going to put a gas station with...
No, you asked me,
Yeah,
and then we did a little study.
Okay.
And what happened was, the police station, we couldn't go that deep at that point, and it was just, it's an unusual piece that only certain things can kind of be put there. So that's what that was about.
Okay, and then it was brought up at the meeting that when they were doing the discussion on this whole thing, that that building had been vacant, the SEEP Center had been vacant for like 30 years. And there was...
No, that's not true.
Oh, I know, I told them it wasn't true, but that's what the board at that meeting said.
Yes.
That it was,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
It was.
Exactly.
It was not. And that it was just basically abandoned and never used again. And I know part of it is because it's not, well, but a lot of it is because it's not accessible for handicap and everything. I do understand
Well,
that.
it's being used right now. We got storage in there, we have equipment in
Well,
there.
they said it was abandoned and that was it. They did not say it was used for anything in that meeting. That's what they said.
I know different.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. And about the 911 thing, also, my son has multiple sclerosis, and in front of our house, we have the handicap signs because he can barely walk. And I did call the 911 today, and I did realize that it wasn't the village, and I know that's not your fault, but it was an insult for me for the girl who answered the phone to tell me what kind of a car it was, what color it was it a sedan, what it was. And if I could please go out and find out what make it was, and if I could please give her the license plate number. And it was somebody who parked in his, not that it's his handicap, there's handicap for anybody who could use it, but they did not have a plate, they did not have a placard. The policeman came out right away, took a picture of the car and gave them a ticket. But I was insulted, as this other gentleman had said, that I had to go out and tell her what the license plate number was of this car parked in that handicapped spot, and what make and color and everything it was. That was an insult to me. And I thought about it afterwards. I was upset about it. I do understand that it's not here, so it's not somebody we know from, from the village. But I could see how he felt offended also.
Well, that's...
And is that a pass on to them?
No, and that's what bothered me.
Can you pass that on?
Because when we had the radio dispatchers here...
Right. We knew everybody.
That's correct. They knew the streets.
Right.
And I fought
Oh, I
very
understand.
hard, but you know what?
But can that be passed on to them to say it's an insult to your community? Or can we notify them and say what an insult that is to me?
Joanna's on the board.
I mean, that's an insult to me that I had to go out and do that. And like I said, I know it's handicapped for anybody, but she did not have a plate and she did not have a placard.
I think they follow standard. They have a system that tells them what questions to ask based on certain calls, and they're following the protocol. They like to gather as much information as they can, but at any time, if you could say, I don't feel comfortable going outside, or I can't go outside.
I felt I had to because I wanted her to get a ticket because I saw her walk away from that car, and I was really angry to think that she would park in a handicap spot. She did have a crutch, but she did not have a handicap placard or a handicap plate. So, thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Good evening, Andrzej Krupa, KRUPA 4031 Nordoza. I have a question. Since that lot was placed on sale as the B1 zone, was there any other offers than only that offer from the gas station? No. Okay, and is this lot under the contract with those guys now? Yes. Okay, so now I hope Village Trustees will vote no to the zoning changes. However, if from some case you guys are voting for it, then we're not giving any other businesses which can open any business in B3 zoning chance to make an offer, because that's gonna be sold to those guys. when somebody was driving around and sees just B1 and check what's the village of Norridge can have in this zoning, they will not maybe making an offer. So I'm assuming if the village will decide to change the zoning, they should be kind of open for sale again and give the other people to make the choice. Maybe the restaurant next to it wants to buy it for parking or for something like this.
Well, the bid package that went out said we would consider some change in zoning. So they were the only ones that bid. And that property sat there 10, 20 years, nobody came by, nobody.
But was never officially placed in for sale. That sign for sale is there just for, I don't know, a couple months or so.
No, a couple months is a couple months though.
Yeah, but this is what we hear on the zoning board, and now what you're saying, like this is for sale for the years and nobody wants to buy it. How
No,
did people
no,
get?
I just said, it sat there, nobody came and said, would you be interested to sell that property? Nobody.
Means
Nobody was interested.
if I want to sell my house, I will put the sign and put this advertisement. It's not waiting somebody will come over and give me an offer. Maybe you will sell your house. Even if I had this situation when previous owners want
It
to
was
buy.
in the newspaper for 3 weeks in a row during the first bid time, and then the second time it was out, it was 3 consecutive weeks. It was printed in the newspaper in addition to the sign that was placed in the front.
Okay, and how long? So that
We also-
sounds like the sign was placed there after they make this offer or before they make this offer.
No, the sign has been there before they made their
Make the
offer.
offer. Okay.
It had to be before.
And we distributed, I have the information as to who the bid packets were distributed, but they were distributed to some realtors, to some brokers, to people who requested them, who called when they saw the sign. So there was quite a lot of people who picked up the bid packet, but nobody who actually placed a bid other than Extra.
Okay. Thank you so much.
My name is Rick Musino, and I live at 4203 North Overhill. Thank you for letting me speak. I moved in 13 years ago, and as part of my line of work, I travel all over the country. And when I meet a lot of people in my line of work, and I'm always proud to say I'm a resident of Norridge, a village within the city. I have to apologize. This is my first time attending one of the meetings for the village, and the reason I'm here is to stand shoulder to shoulder with everyone who has expressed concern. And I couldn't say anything new or different. I think that's been said already. But I felt the need to come up and just state that I hope that all these words of concern and worry, disappointment, surprise, because I'm surprised. I just found out about this last week, about the development of the property in Irving to a gas station with liquor sales and gaming. But I just hope and pray that these words of concern are not falling on deaf ears, and that something, some action, appropriate action, takes place.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Cindy Tulio. I'm at 4018 North Overhill. The problem I have with the gas station is my daughter has severe lung dysfunction. So you put those vapors out there, she won't even be able to sit outside. I mean, what are we going to do? It's, you know, if it comes in our house, whatever, her lungs don't function as it is. I mean, it's more than money now, you know, it's affected a human being. So I'd like you, you know, to reconsider. Thank you.
My name is Bob Morozic, and I'm at 7052 West Sunnyside on the other side. My father owned the gas station at Highland Montrose. It was many years ago. I worked at that gas station. It does bring an element that is undesirable, especially as the nighttime comes. Daytime, okay, there's always something going on, but it does bring an element of risk to the owner. I used to be there at 10 o'clock at night. We closed at 10 o'clock at night. So it wasn't really a problem, but you could see it as it got dark. It was a different, even back then, it was a different group of people that were out. Either they were going to work, they were going somewhere, there was transient, you're not sure what was going on. But you people all live in Norridge, right? Who lives near the gas station? None of us. None of us.
I'm a block away.
You live by me.
Yeah.
You live over here.
I'm a block away.
I'm a couple blocks
Okay,
away.
you're the exception. But everybody else
No, I do too.
lives pretty close, does not live close to this gas station. So you're not going to be affected by it. But you're going to expect everybody else to accept it. That gas station will give off fumes. It comes out through the vent pipes. It has to go somewhere. Whoever was up here before me, her daughter has problems, well, she's going to have problems. I guess the best thing here is, who wants a gas station?
Nobody.
Put your hands up if you don't want it. Who wants a gas station?
Anybody else? Okay, looks like we're done with that. Just to tell you that we will have a meeting on May 8th. And that meeting there, all that's going to be covered will be the swearing in of the new trustees plus appointments. So those are the only things that are happening on May 8th. So you don't think that we have a meeting and then we're gonna have this vote without nobody here. No. Those are the two things we're gonna handle. It should be a quick meeting and we will move on. But I want to give everyone notice that's what the May 8th meeting is. So.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the second part. It's swearing in of the people, I didn't hear the
And
other part.
appointments,
Oh,
appointments of committees and
oh.
so with that being said, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
Motion trustee Kanazer, second trustee Solomowski. Vote please.
It's
What do we got, 5-0?
5-0.
Okay, 5-0.
Trustee Gilson.
Okay, thank you very much for coming. I appreciate all the comments. I know I will definitely think about everything that was said.